In Consumer 10 this afternoon, we are 2 weeks out from Election Day, and a new study by Nationwide Retirement Institute is looking into financial plans and portfolios during the election.
It says 55% of investors believe the results of the November 5th election will have a bigger impact on their retirement plans and portfolio than the market performance. And 1/3 of investors believe the economy will plunge into a recession within 12 months if their candidate does not win. So to make sense of the study and what you should do with your money, Kevin Jestice, the president of Nationwide Funds, joins us this afternoon. So Kevin, thank you so much for being with us today, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we've seen the attack ads. We are hearing about inflation with all these economic policies regarding tax cuts as well. So if you're going into retirement right now, what should you do with your retirement funds?
That's a great question. We're hearing that from a lot of investors. Our survey found that more than half of investors have an increased level of anxiety over just the past year in terms of the economic environment and their investments. So our advice is to focus on the fundamentals, pay attention to the drivers of economic performance, and most importantly, talk to your financial advisor, talk to a financial professional about your portfolio and what the current environment means for you. Most investors have a long-term financial plan with their advisor, and the noise in the marketplace around an election can sometimes present a distraction. We're all human, and we're all impacted by it. But importantly, stick to that long-term financial plan and talk to your financial advisor about if any changes are appropriate for you.
I love how you described it, the noise, right, that's surrounding all of this.
A lot of noise.
I hear people saying they're pulling out cash, stuffing it in, literally like under their bed, that kind of stuff. Do you believe a recession is in sight right now?
So our forecast is not for an immediate recession unless there's an event that no one can foresee. In fact, we see recessionary fears very high. As you noted, over 1/3 of investors in our survey are fearful of a recession in the next 12 months. We do not foresee that, though, unless there's some unforeseen event. And in fact, there's a soft landing being managed by the Fed right now. And so back to fundamentals. The noise, the fear in the marketplace. Pay attention to what's going on in your portfolio and the advice from your financial advisor because you have a long-term strategy. I think importantly, most investors' time horizon is a lot longer than 4 years of an election cycle.
That's true.
So obviously we're talking about this election, but historically speaking now, do elections really influence the economy post-election?
I get asked this question all the time, especially in the weeks leading up to an election. Generally speaking, the party in power, especially the presidential party in power, does not determine market performance. Oftentimes, the policies that are espoused on a campaign trail are much more difficult to implement in a divided Congress and when they have to be negotiated through the legislative process. And so we caution people, don't react to the emotions of the campaign. The election is still a couple of weeks off. Whomever is in power in January is months away, and policies often take years to implement. And so we don't tend to see strong correlation between investment market returns and presidential politics.
That's a bit of a sigh of relief right there.
Yeah, it is. That's
certainly.
Nice.
So Kevin, for people who don't have financial experts, because you have said talk to your financial expert, for people who don't have a Kevin Jestice in the back pocket to call, right? Where should they turn? Who can they trust to say, I need a little guidance?
So I strongly encourage people to consult a financial professional, a financial advisor. There are a number of fantastic firms out there that would be happy to sit down, talk to you about your unique circumstances. The important part is that how we manage your financial assets is unique to you. And so you need an individualized plan to work through what are you saving, how are you investing, what's your horizon? Is it for a child's college? Is it for retirement and beyond? Make sure that you have a customized plan unique to your situation, your circumstances.
Okay.
All right, Kevin Jestice, the president of Nationwide Funds. We appreciate you being with us and kind of settling our financial worries.
Bringing a little calm to this crazy election cycle.
Thank you both.
Canceling out the noise for us. We appreciate it.